Hello and welcome to a quick video tour of this 1984 GMC Jimmy Sierra Classic 4x4. This is a Desert Fox recreation truck with a Blueprint Engines 383 stroker, Holley Sniper EFI fuel injection, and more. Up front here, this truck has a custom fabricated bumper with a powder coated gold finish. You can see this has a worn 12,000 pound winch, a central light bar here, as well as 4 additional light pods. And then beneath the bumper, there are 2 additional pods, one under either side, that light up the ground as rock lights. Out back, we have another custom fabricated bumper with a reinforced spare tire carrier, which I'll demonstrate the operation of in just a minute. This rear bumper also doubles as a 7-gallon accessory or auxiliary fuel tank, or really you could fill any fluid in there that you'd like. There's the filler there, and then there is a drain valve at the bottom here. You can see a bit of hose there for draining into whatever cans you might have. There's also a rear spotlight. Now we'll demonstrate how to fold down this rear spare tire carrier. Simply remove these clips. There's a lock here, one on the reverse side. Simply pull that up. It's a little bit easier to do with 2 hands, but that simply lowers down. This is a spring reinforced carrier. You can see that folds down with plenty of clearance to open the tailgate. Okay, inside the truck, we'll go ahead and get it started up. This is a Dakota Digital RetroTech gauge set. You can see the truck is reading 3,739 miles today. Those are the miles since the engine was replaced and this cluster was installed. We have our Holley Sniper EFI screen for our sniper parameters. This cluster does have gauges for volts, oil pressure, obviously a fuel gauge, and water temp. Here we've got the time, trip, we've got a compass heading there. We can actually toggle through these screens. You can see we have multiple different gauge views here for transmission temperature, oil PSI, water temp. There's even a fuel pressure sensor wired to this cluster. And then we do have elevation, quarter-mile time, another compass there. And this is a GPS-based cluster. We have a little GPS pickup right there, and that actually provides the speed for this cluster. Here is the toggle switch for some of those displays on the Dakota Digital screen. This is the dimmer for the Dakota Digital screen. And then this is a retro sound radio. It's made to look like a vintage radio. However, this has Bluetooth, hands-free capabilities. It also has pre-outputs for running an additional amplifier, and it also has Sirius XM connectivity. let's take a look at the engine. Here's that Blueprint Engines 383 stroker. Has Hedman headers, runs very nicely. This has a Gen 2 Holley Sniper EFI on it. It's the latest iteration of the Sniper from Holley. This truck has a nice rumble to it. And this is a very loaded up truck from the factory. This is the original build sticker. You can see that is just loaded up with original equipment there. Nice to see. I'm going to flip the air conditioning on so we can have a look at the compressor engaged. See that compressor clutch spinning there. This truck has nice cold air conditioning. The exhaust exits underneath the driver's side here from a Borla muffler. Okay, before we go for a test drive, I'll demonstrate some power functions starting with the windows. Here's the driver's window. Passenger. Power door locks. The rear tailgate glass can be lowered from this switch on the dash or from the rear key slot in the tailgate on the exterior. Your round key inserts into the lock cylinder here. By twisting it to the right or passenger side, you can lower the glass, put it up, turning it to the left or driver's side. Below the dash here, we have a custom switch plate which contains the B&M torque converter lockup controller. You can control where you'd like your torque converter to lock up at highway speeds. And then these toggle switches here are for the lighting around the vehicle. All of the green toggles are for the forward lights on the front bumper. The red switch is for the spotlight on the rear. Here's the horn. As far as 4x4 operation is concerned, I'd like to put the truck into neutral. And you can see this diagram here. We are in 2 high. If you pull it straight back, that is 4 high. We'll drop it down into gear. You can see the truck carries forwards. Back in neutral, we'll come down, pull the stalk over to the right and back, and that is 4 low. And the truck really lunges in low gear. I'm not going to lock the hubs today because we are on dry asphalt. And then to take it back into 2 high is simply the reverse of that. Okay, now we'll listen for fan speeds from this vent here. It's currently on low speed. There is the next highest, 3rd highest, and high speed. When you shift this truck, you see the little shift indicator down there. It's all electronic, so you can see reverse, neutral. This is the overdrive selection. This is the regular drive selection. Around town, I'd like to take it out in just the normal drive, but since we'll take it on the highway, we'll select overdrive there as we go for a quick test drive. Those gauges do not flash like that. That's just a reaction of the frame rate in the camera, and those displays, those are all one color all the time. get up and go onto the highway. Yet it just cruises down the road easily in overdrive. This green light indicates that the torque converter has locked. I'm going to go ahead and turn that knob, and you can see the difference in RPM when the torque converter unlocks. Jump to about 2,000 at 60 there. And if I lock it up, it comes down another 500. So really nice for highway driving. We'll get it up the highway a bit to about 70, 75 and see what the RPM looks like there. Now we're cruising about 75 miles per hour here, and we're about 1900 RPM. So this truck really does cruise down the highway nicely. It's a very smooth ride for a 40-year-old four-wheel drive. Briefly touch on the wheels and tires. These are Weld Crux satin bronze wheels in 17x9, and these are BF Goodrich all-terrain KO2s in a 35-12-50-17. This truck is also equipped with Rancho shocks, off-road designs 4-inch shackle reversals, Rancho springs, and it also has an off-road design sway bar disconnect, so you can disconnect your sway bar out on the trail. You can see the shackle reversal hanger out back here as well. Okay, that is going to conclude this quick video tour of this 1984 GMC Jimmy Sierra Classic. If you have any questions, please ask them down in the comment section below, or use that contact seller button through Bring a Trailer. Thank you.